MVP. First of all, congratulations on a successful UFC debut. I guess the octagon jitters, were they real when you made that walk in there?
It's weird because, you know what, from start to finish, I felt confident. And then, you know, when I got in there, it wasn't like I wasn't confident. I was still feeling confident, but my body just wasn't functioning in the way I wanted it to. I don't know what it was down to, but it's the first one. You know, I did what I needed to do to win. I felt miles better than him, and I just felt like I could have done a lot more, and definitely have got the finish if I was, you know, in order. But you know, we got the dub.
Did that feeling last the whole fight, or like after the first round, you actually just shake off?
Yeah, I'd say I just, you know, towards the end of after the first round. So after the first round, I was like, body's feeling a little bit, and it's not even like anything actually happened drastic in terms of bite to me. But like I said, you know, I like to be very hard on myself, winning or losing. So I think that's just me, just really, you know, wanting to be better, wanting to do more, wanting to give more to you know, the fans that come to, you know, paid their money to come and see me.
In terms of the actual fight, could you get a sense of him getting frustrated in there? Because it looked like he was just shaking his head and stuff.
Yeah, no, definitely. I could definitely see he was frustrated. And I always say the same thing. When from the outside looking in, it's easy to go, oh, you know, I'll just do this, you know, I'll just kick his leg and just do this. And then when you're actually in there, you know, the reality check is real. I am a lot faster than, you know, it may seem. I know people can say, oh yeah, you can see that he's fast, but when I actually hit you with something, it's really fast when you're trying to land shots and nothing's landing. It's frustrating. He's used to being in a fight, and that's what he feeds off. And I'm used to not being in a fight. I'm just used to beating people up, so it would just work better for me.
Well, to go off of that, in between round 1 and 2, Kevin actually said, yeah, he's faster than we thought.
This is what you got to love about him. He's again, in his own way, he's extremely entertaining. Like we spoke in, I think it was like, I don't know, the 3rd round. Yeah, we was in a clinch, and he's like, "Man, you slippery as hell." I was like, "You was in the 1st round." He's like, "I must just be that black man cocoa butter." I literally just couldn't do nothing but laugh in that moment. Yeah, it was great. It was great to share the cage with him.
Well, I know you were hunting for that finish, but could this have gone better for you? Like there were a lot of those like highlight signature moments. He got you down. You escaped submissions. You got up. You know, you played with him. Could this have gone any better outside of getting the finish?
Yeah, no, I think getting a finish, but I just know I could have done more. Like even him putting me in those somewhat dangerous positions just shouldn't have happened. You know, I just made a few silly errors, but I felt confident. You know, recovering, getting back to my feet. You know, escaping the cage multiple times when he's trying to press me on the cage, and he's very good at his elbows. But we worked on that, so we knew exactly which way to exit to kind of stop him from doing those things. So yeah, you know, still a good day in the office. By way of the situation that I was able to kind of, you know, navigate through, but I always want to do more.
In your post-fight interview, you said, you know, you felt you still had a lot of work to do in there. Is that just your own self-criticism, or do you have like specific things you need to work on?
Yeah, it's definitely me. Definitely me. I want to be better. I want to do better. And don't get me wrong. Let's say 2nd round, 3rd round, I got the finish. I would have said the same thing. I would have said exactly the same thing, because there's just moments in there that I just know what I can do, and I wasn't able to execute.
Talk to me about that entrance. We saw with Israel, you came out with the cape and everything. So what went into that thought?
To be fair, we had quite a bit more. It would have been even more entertaining. UFC was like, you know, calm down, it's your first one. So yeah, we had to strip it back a little bit. But I just like to make it a show, and it helps me. It helps me just relax when I'm just putting on a show. It just helps the time fly by and have the best time ever. When I'm in that mode, I feel like I'm the most dangerous.
And last one for me: when would you like to get back into the octagon? And I know the UFC hasn't been to the UK yet this year. Is it a no-brainer that you're going to be on that card?
No, it's hard to say. I think it's June, isn't it? July. It depends. It depends. We go back. I don't like to make those kind of decisions. My coach, my manager, you know, they'll sit down. We'll go through what I know I need to work on. What you know, my coach wants me to work on, and we'll navigate and say, look, is that the right time to get back in? Yes, no. We'll go from there. But you know, if I could fight next week, I'll fight. Do I have any cuts on me? Yeah, exactly. That's.
Michael, what were you and Kevin talking about after the fight? Obviously, he was frustrated, but it looked like you had like quite a long exchange in there.
I'm a bit of a wind-up, and seeing that he was frustrated straight afterwards, I was like, "Oh, you could have done a lot more in there, couldn't you?" He's like, "What did you say?" I was like, "You could have done a lot more." And he's like, "Yeah, I hate fighting guys like you. You move too much." But yeah, it's just a little bit of banter, so just between us, but it's all good.
Is there a part